Are you the kind of woman who reads the back of the vitamin bottle before you put it in your cart? If so, this video is for you. Because I'm going to take a deep dive today that all prenatal vitamins are not created equally. And if you're a holistic woman and you're looking for something that is more than what's trending in the drugstore, then let's take a listen. Today, I'm going to be taking a deep dive into prenatal vitamins for maybe the more crunchy or holistic person, or someone that doesn't just want a name brand kind of vitamin for their prenatal journey. Love and blessings, beautiful people. My name is Elizabeth Vanderbilt. I'm a holistic doula and a women's health coach currently residing in the prairies of Canada. Saskatchewan, that is. Everything said in my videos are for educational purposes. That is because I am not a medical professional, I am not a doctor, and I never claim to be. So I always suggest that you do your own research, which videos like this can help, and that you consult a healthcare provider that maybe is on your team already. That's if you choose. Whether you're pregnant, or maybe you're just trying to conceive, or you're planning ahead. Great on you, by the way. Your body needs way more nutrients than usual. This is because pregnancy increases your demand for iron, folate, B12, and other minerals that are hard to get in food alone. And for women who care about the clean, natural ingredients, that matters even more. Now here's where we really need to pay attention, because not all forms of vitamins are bioavailable. That means some are better absorbed and used by your body than others. Take folate, for example. You probably heard of folic acid, but did you know that up to 60% of people can't process synthetic folic acid properly? Wow, right? That's due to a common variant called MTHFR, which means if you're taking the wrong form, your body might not be getting what it needs, even if you're taking these vitamins daily. This is something that Lily Nichols talks about a lot in her book, Real Food for Pregnancy, which I always recommend. I've spoken about it on other videos because she breaks it down so well. And you could bite-sized chunk these reading books if you can't absorb a whole lot in one shot. She's a huge advocate for calling the active form of folate, which is called L-methylfolate, and I couldn't agree more. I can't even pronounce it sometimes. I would love to pause and take a real kind of side sweep, and let's talk about real food and herbal support. Because although prenatal nourishment doesn't have to come from a bottle alone, honestly, it's probably better to get it from nature's garden rather than anywhere else. As you know, I'm a huge advocate about foraging and finding nature's bounty of our beautiful world that we live in. But some of my favorite herbal allies during pregnancy include the following, and this is because they're so rich in some of those vitamins that we need that we're taking in prenatal supplements. The first off is going to be nettle leaf tea. This is because it's packed with iron. It has calcium, it has magnesium, and dandelion root. This helps support the liver function, which can reduce your pregnancy-related complications. And another two that are great, and some of my favorite, and we all know because this one is talked about highly in this combination, is oat straw and red raspberry leaf tea. Because not only is it calming and nourishing, it's toning for the uterus, which we always talk about. If you want to have a great labor, take red raspberry leaf, but oat straw also helps in that way. So if you're a tea person, maybe you should bring these into your daily habits, because these aren't replacements for prenatals, but they do enhance and support what you're already doing. So some people do see this as your only source instead of prenatals, but if you're the type of person that wants to take a prenatal supplement, this is going to be a great additive support into your prenatal vitamin journey. I want to take a small turn now into brands, because this is where most people get overwhelmed. That's why when you go into a store, people even have it with just pregnancy tests. Which one do I take? And this is a similar vibe with prenatal vitamins. So you don't need 50 different options. I'm going to give you two high quality prenatal options that are widely loved by both the crunchy and the non-crunchy people. And most importantly, they're available in Canada and the US, which is where I'm located, and I like to provide for both parts of North America. So option one is going to be your Mega Food Baby and Me Too. I have the link in the description below if you would like. It is an affiliate, which helps me grow my business further. So it's food-based. It contains that L-methyl folate that I never pronounced correctly, and includes choline, iron, B12, and the other essential vitamins that you need. The reason this one's highly loved because it's a whole food-based prenatal, and it's supported for fertility, pregnancy, and postpartum, which is really great when you're wanting kind of an all-in-one journey. You're going to see nutrients like your vitamin A, your D3, the E, the K1 and K2, the iron, the iodine, zinc, and even choline, and an often missed but super nutrient for baby's brain development is, that choline, and it's gentle on the stomach, and it comes from real food sources, which is why it's highly loved. Option 2 is going to be the Garden of Life, which is a certified organic. It's MTHFR conscious. It's packed with food-based blends. When I say it's food-based, like it's literally all it talks about is it's from this food and that food and that food. So the Garden of Life is great for those who want vitamins that are sourced from natural fruits, vegetables, and herbs. So this one includes a blend of organic food concentrates. So it's going to have moringa, alma, curry leaf, kelp, just to name a few. Plus it's going to have all those major vitamins and minerals that you need. Not only is it gluten-free, it's also vegan and made without synthetic binders, which is just something people often look for. And I've been highly recommended to take their iron brand for my anemia as well. Both of these are solid options, and both can be used with herbal teas and whole foods to support your body through every trimester. I want to go over some of the common questions that you may have around prenatal vitamins, and hopefully this is going to give you all that nitty-gritty details that you're kind of looking for when trying to find out this information. Do I really need a prenatal if I eat well? So the short answer, because I want to keep this video kind of lively and entertaining, is yes. Even if you eat like a farmer market goddess, sadly our soil isn't as rich as it used to be, and pregnancy adds huge demands on your body, and a prenatal could fill in those gaps. I've heard of many women that do take just nature's bounty, and they've had successful pregnancies. So again, it is really going to be based off your lifestyle changes as well. Should I take a prenatal if I'm not pregnant yet? So that answer is going to be a yes. If you're trying to conceive, now is the time, because it takes at least 3 months, and I say this all the time, it takes 3 months to build up the stores of nutrients like iron and folate, just to name a few. And those first few weeks after conception are when the folate matters the most for baby's development. So if you know that you're wanting to have a baby, say next year, I'd even start now. Even if you're not actively trying, if you're still even on the birth control, start taking it and build up the stores in your body. What if my prenatal makes me nauseous? So I hear this one a lot. I always tell them, try to take it with food, switch to one with possibly a gentler iron, or consider splitting the dose. So if they say take one, maybe split in half, have one with morning and lunch, say. Sometimes gummies or food-based options, which are the two that I mentioned above, they're easier on the tummy. So like I said, from the recommended brands, I suggest these options because I haven't seen any stories about them giving nausea. Can I just make my own routine instead of using a prenatal? Absolutely. That might look like combining a multivitamin with extra iron, omega-3s, or herbal teas. So you can definitely make a total blend because it works if you know what you're doing, and it also works if you have the energy and time, which is why pregnancy vitamins, prenatal vitamins have come into play, because it's very hard to make sure you cover the core essentials by having folate, iron, B12, D3, choline, iodine, and swallowing multiple pills a day seems kind of rough. Do I need DHA or omega-3s too? Yes, ideally some prenatals include it, many don't. So that's why you may need to add it separately. So omega-3s are super important for the baby's brain and its nervous system development. So if you can stomach it, some people take cod liver oil. Maybe not as the actual drink, but as swallowable pills. Because it's huge during pregnancy. But if you are not a fish person, you can do a plant-based option, which is also algae oil. So hopefully that kind of helps you in that department. And if there's other questions that I didn't answer in this part of the video, please list them below. Honestly, you deserve a prenatal vitamin that's made with your values in mind. You want it to be clean, you want it to be effective, and you want it to be nourishing. So if you're going to be sipping on that nettle tea or you're comparing vitamin labels at midnight, you are doing amazing this whole time through. I'm so proud of you. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about taking a vitamin. It's about preparing your body, your womb, and your heart for the journey, which, you know, I am super fanatic about whole body health. Thank you so much for watching another video. Please make sure to subscribe to find more tips like these. I'm always trying to make sure that you get the education you need for free on YouTube. There you go. So have a wonderful day and follow me for more. Peace.